Welcome back to the shooting channel, and welcome back to a Beretta comparison between the 682 Gold E, which is in my eyes the best Beretta ever produced, and its new rival, the 694. Now, I wanted just to go through, I've acquired sort of two of these guns, and I wanted to go through each gun and say their pros and cons. They're both very good guns. I'm going to be completely honest, the 682 Gold E, I believe it's been around for probably 35 years, 40 years. I can remember growing up, and I can remember when this was brand spanking new, and everyone wanted this gun. I believe, I used to have one of these myself. I used to shoot one of these myself. It had the proper recoil pad on it, so it didn't kick people. It was the highest Beretta you could have in the comb. The pistol grip is nice. It comes just down below your hand. Adjustable trigger. Safety catch. It had selective barrels. External chokes. It came with about 4 to 6 chokes in the box. Again, I know now when you pick one up, it's generally, some of them don't have all the chokes with them because they're quite old guns. And I can remember years ago, I can remember doing a game fair, and we probably had 8 or 10 of these, and within the first day, these were sold out like that. And when I say they're the best Beretta ever produced, they just seem to work. They had ventilated barrels. They were the first, what I say, competition gun that went up against the XS Pro, and you had this and the XS Pro that was retailed at about £2,500, and there's still loads of these on the clay shooting market now, and I really don't understand why they discontinued these guns. The only thing I felt what was slightly, and I don't know why it happened, but when you shot a lot through them, that little bit there got hot. Now what I used to do with mine was put a piece of tin foil in there, put it back on, and it stopped this getting hot when you shot a lot with it. But they balance absolutely perfectly. I just feel that is an absolutely corker of a gun that Beretta built. And then after that, then they brought out the DT10, DT11, those sort of things. The DT10 was made famous by Richard Folds winning Sydney 2000, the Olympic Games. He won his first Olympic medal with a Beretta DT10. And then they brought out the 694. They had the 693 first, 690. So there's lots of various different, but this was basically, they will say it probably isn't, but this was basically the new version of what was the 682 Gold E. And if you look at it, they've changed it, they've made it slightly more squarer here. If you look at the actions, they've still got adjustable comb, fairly high in the comb. It wasn't quite as high as the 682 Gold E. I don't know why they suddenly made the 682 Gold E really high, but it was just a nice all-round gun that they stepped up to it. They had the recoil pad on it, ventilated barrels, still had the 6 to 8 chokes, external chokes that came with it. They've changed the actual way the fore end comes off, so it didn't work. So that was one thing. So again, if you look at the two fore ends, they slightly changed them, and they made the catch smaller. So whether that's got anything to do with why on the 682 it got hot when you shot a lot through it. On the 694 you can buy barrel weights, stock weights to go with it, whereas on the 682 Gold E, obviously you didn't have those then. A lot of people, what they used to do is they used to put lead in the stock. So if you do find one second hand, have a look in the stock. You might have had some lead in the stock at one point. And generally, if you find one of these on the second hand market, they generally will sell at 1,500 to £1,800, £1,900, depending on the condition of the gun. And that's why, if you think about it, it's the one Beretta, they really hold their value because they were great. I've never heard of one of these going wrong. I know I looked on the forums in the last couple of days, and there is a few little teething problems that Beretta have had over the last couple of years. But this is one gun that I would say I can't remember ever going wrong. If you've shot one of these or one of these 694s, please comment below. What do you think of them? I'd love to hear people's thoughts, comparisons of it, because the actual gun, they weigh about the same. They've got sporting rib, ventilated barrels, adjustable triggers, recoil pads on them, with the exception of the 682 Goldie being slightly higher in the comb. Virtually they're the same gun, but they've just changed the aesthetic look. If you look at the 694, just looks a little bit more modernised. So I think this is probably two of the great Beretta guns that are produced, and they've taken what was, I believe, the best Beretta ever produced, and they've taken the good parts out of that, and they've still kept them. So comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think of these two guns. We're now going to shoot a few through them, and then we're just going to talk about the handling of the gun as I've shot a few with them. So I'm going to start with the 682 Goldie. Pull. 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 So that was the 682 Goldie, and I'm going to be honest, again, absolutely love the way it handles, absolutely brilliant gun. Pistol grip, nice. Again, the only thing I could have picked on could have been slightly bigger. The pistol grip here could have been slightly bigger, but let's see how they've changed it on the 694. So again, the first thing I would say that they've changed is they made the pistol grip slightly bigger. It does feel quite barrel heavy compared to the 682 Goldie. That's my first thoughts. Pull. 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 Again, the biggest thing I see is the handability. The actual feel of the gun feels very similar to 682. The biggest thing that puts me off, again, that doesn't get hot, good thing, is it is a little bit more barrel heavy. These are both 32-inch guns, but for some reason, whether the chokes are slightly heavier, I'm not sure. Have you found that the 694 is more barrel heavy than its predecessor, the 682 Goldie? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on exactly what you think the difference is between these two fab guns. I hope you've enjoyed this programme, and I hope you've enjoyed my 682 Goldie versus the 694. Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think of these two great guns. I hope you've enjoyed this programme. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us to give you content like this. And thank you for watching. Please visit our website for any merchandise discount or sponsors discounts, and SWATCOM discount, SWATCOM TSC10. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.